Mark Mugen Striegl is aiming to defend his URCC Global Featherweight title. And here with me is Mark Striegl's coach, George Castro. Coach, how does Mark feel today? Did he say anything about feeling uneasy, any nervousness since this morning?
No, he actually is ready to go. You know, this is a very important fight for us because this guy coming from Japan is a very seasoned fighter. So Mark is really on point with his mentality right now. He's ready to go to war.
He must be really excited. Did he get any sleep last night?
He actually slept really good, so he looks really rested. He's rehydrated. He's gained his weight back, so we're feeling strong. He's right now doing some mental stuff with his music on, so he's ready to go. I actually just told him right now, I go, Mark, you are big. Let's do this show. Let's win this fight, and let's keep the belt here in the Philippines.
Thank you so much, Coach, and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Mark wants to defend his featherweight title and represent the Philippines. Will he be successful in his campaign? Bakbaka na!
And here we go. Mark Striegl defending his featherweight championship against the seasoned, experienced, and hungry Shimizu Shunichi. That is coming up next. 5 rounds, 5 minutes of action, and it is coming your way on ESPN 5. Mark Striegl, this is his first title defense in the URCC Global.
Yes, he won the title against Do-Kyung Lee, which was a dominant champion that time. But then when he fought against Mark Striegl, our current champion, Mark really dominated Do-Kyung.
That goes to show that anything can happen inside the ring. We turn it over to Boy Ciso.
Ladies and gentlemen, after that very, very exciting and very quick 3-on-3 match, we now go to our next bout. This will be a featherweight championship affair. Let's welcome our first warrior. Here is Jang Yun-Ji.
Shunichi Shimizu making his way to the ring, looking to take the URCC Global Featherweight Championship away from Mark Striegl. Like what Coach George Castro and Mark Striegl's corner mentioned, a very seasoned fighter, a very technically proficient fighter is Shimizu Shunichi, and that will be put on the show tonight.
Well, that will really count. If you have that experience, if you have that record under your name, that will really count on this fight.
And Shimizu Shunichi, over 60 plus fights on his resume. So it's safe to say that he's almost seen it all.
Alam mo, ganyan ng mga Japanese fighters, partner. Grabe sila sa experience, grabe sila sa lumaban, laban lang sila ng laban. Kaya pagdating na sa edad na ganyan, kahit early 30s pa lang sila o late 20s, nakaka 50 plus, 80 plus fights na sila. Kasi ganyan sila kasipag. They were born warriors talaga.
He's fought in different divisions as well, in flyweight, bantamweight, featherweight, and lightweight. And now he'll be facing our champion.
Shunichi Shimizu. And now, please welcome the champion, Mark Striegl.
Saw him getting into game mode, putting on his game face earlier during Mara Aquino's cage-side interview. Mark Mugen Striegl, himself an admitted big anime fan, and that's fueled a lot of his training resumes. He trained in Baguio, and he says he wants to be like a Super Saiyan inside a ring as he defends his title.
And that dominant win against Tokyo Lee, ramdam na ramdam ko pa rin yun hanggang ngayon. Mukhang makakakita tayo ng ganong klaseng pangyayari. Well, again, Shimizu is a seasoned fighter.
Mark Striegl in his first title defense. You can bet that he's feeling all sorts of emotions coming inside the cage, but when he's on the ring, the only emotion is a desire to win.
This is his first title defense, and I heard that he wants to fight in another division and get the title also. He wants to fight in a bantamweight or a lightweight division.
But first, he has to take care of business tonight.
Yep.
His signature move, the Phil Americana, is still one of the most feared moves in the URCC today. You can bet that Mark Striegl's ground game is going to be put to the test against Shunichi Shimizu. Experience going the way of Shunichi, but Mark Striegl is still the champ.
Still watching us live on ESPN5. And this is our Cove main feature for the evening. Let's now formally meet our fighters, starting off with our warrior, who hails from Orono Dojo, Japan. He weighs in at 145 pounds, standing 5'6", with a current record of 31 wins and 21 losses. He will be fighting out in the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shunichi, the Rolling Star Shimizu. And he will be fighting a fighter from Alliance Gym Philippines. Was born in Japan, but is now based in Baguio City. He weighed in at 145 pounds. He stands 5 feet 8 inches with a current record of 18 wins and 2 losses. He will be fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, the current URCC featherweight champion, Mark Striegl. Ladies and gentlemen, this match will be officiated by Joey Lapitan. And this featherweight title bout is sanctioned by the Games and Amusements Board.
The champion, Mark Striegl. The challenger, Shunichi Shimizu. Your keys to winning this bout.
So for Mark, my keys to winning for Mark is to again to keep the gap, have a safe distance from Shunichi, control the game because both of these fighters have good ground game and good striking. So ganun pa rin lagi yan. Once both fighters have good striking, good ground game, kung sino na lang yung merong mas control sa game, ayun, doon nakakalamang.
I forgot to mention, Mark Striegl actually born in Japan, grew up there before making his way to the Philippines. Well, that will be put aside tonight. It's all about the gold. Shimizu, the challenger, going up against Striegl, the champion. Ladies and gentlemen, bakbaka na! Striegl, southpaw stance, orthodox for Shimizu. Striegl immediately going for the legs.
And we are expecting for Striegl to utilize that wrestling High level wrestling for Striegl, if he can utilize it tonight, and I think that will be an edge for him on winning against Shimizu. But then again, Shimizu is a seasoned fighter, so the experience on the ground, of course, malaki yan.
Shimizu dancing around, trying to avoid the Striegl strikes. Striegl now mixing it up, going for the body, going for the head, mixing up his targets very well. Champion showing steady striking so far.
Keeping a good distance and throwing some jab. Very effective yan yung ganyan.
Tanong naman dito sino kaya unang mag-shoot?
Ayun, aabangan natin yan.
Knowing the background that these two fighters have. The flip side, they could flip the script and go stand and bang for most of the fight.
Shimizu has a good judo background. Mark has high-level wrestling, so we'll definitely see a takedown or
Oh, Shimizu! Not sure if Striegl lost his balance or got hit. But now trying to establish position. He has side control.
You see the experience of Mark controlling the position, establishing it first before you do something else or shift to another position.
Look at this, Striegl. Making it rain with that right hand.
Kitang-kita natin, no? Hindi niya inuubos yung lakas niya. Buying his time, tinitingnan niya kung ano yung pwedeng gawin ni Shimizu.
From this position, can Shimizu do anything?
For now, siguro ang magandang gawin niya dyan is keep his face clear from those punches. From those short punches, ang laki ng damage na nagagawa ng ganyang punches. But then, habang pinoprotektahan niya yung mukha niya, kailangan gumawa siya ng paraan para makalusot dyan.
What Striegl is doing is holding on to his own left leg to lock down Shimizu while he punishes him with the right hand.
Pag walang ginawa si Shimizu dito, I'm sure the referee will stop this fight.
Stay heavy on him.
It's simple, but it's effective.
Yes. Bukas na bukas yung mukha ni Shimizu.
At gustong pasagin ni Mark Striegl. Short punches continuing to score for Mark Striegl.
Ayun yung sinasabi ko kanina pa na yung short punches na yan will do great damage sa'yo eh. Hindi mo mararamdaman yan habang nandiyan ka, pero pag tayo mo, yung hilo niyan, grabe yan.
Parang dahil doon sa initial boost of adrenaline, parang wala pa. Maya-maya mo malalaman yung epekto. Striegl continues to score here, approaching a minute and 40 in round number 1.
Pero makikita natin, Striegl is buying his time. Hindi siya nagmamadali. And now, yun na.
Mount! Mount for Mark, the champion. Trying to position himself up. Shimizu trying to reverse his way. Oh, nice reverse, but isn't full guard. What is Striegl trying to do here? I thought he was initiating a triangle. Shimizu locking down the legs. He has to be careful. Careful of those up kicks from Striegl. He's maintaining distance. He's hooking one leg. Carrying the other.
Hindi mo maisasantabi yung recovery ng Japanese fighters, Korean fighters. Pare-pareho sila eh. Ang bilis ng recovery.
Striegl tries to get back on top.
Pasok siya sa triangle.
Oh, look at this. Shimizu. Triangle attempt. Striegl trying to wrestle his way out of it. Tries to slam him down.
It's deep, but Striegl should go to the side.
Oh, look at
and that's
Striegl
it.
escapes. Beautiful escape from Striegl.
Ayun lang kasi yung solusyon doon. Go to the side, go for side control para mag-loosen up yung triangle na yun.
Less than 20 seconds remaining. 10 seconds.
But that was a good attempt by Shimizu.
Yeah.
Pasok na yung triangle niya.
I credit the strength of Mark Striegl, allowing him to bust out the Mark's way. This is for the Featherweight Championship in the URCC Global. Back in a moment. A lot of anxious moments in round number 1. Striegl, I thought, got hit on his way down. He recovered, though. Was able to gain control. Some ground and pound. But then Shimizu had some moments of his own. Even had a good triangle attempt.
Shimizu almost won the fight by a triangle choke against Mark Striegl. I'm sure maraming kinabahan ng kababayan natin.
Luckily for Mark,
And that was
strength allowed him to escape.
That was a good escape. And ayun talaga ang solusyon doon. Wala ka nang ibang gagawin doon. Of course, you can slam your opponent, pero minsan pagka in-slam mo sila, lalong sumisikip yung triangle. Basic move ang ginawa ni Mark.
There has to be some serious adjustments now in round number 2.
Of course, for Mark to avoid yung masyadong close yung gap, he was doing good doon earlier, throwing those jab and short punches kanina. And then he needs to utilize good wrestling, high-level wrestling, and pagka na-control niya ulit yung ground na yon, then dapat hindi niya pabayaan ulit na ma-reverse yun.
Round number 1, who do you give it to?
I'll give it for Mark.
Here we go, round number 2 underway. URCC Global Raw Fury brought to you by ESPN 5. My name is James Velasquez and Ron Catunao, Ira Aquino cage side, and the rest of the hardworking men and women of ESPN 5. Striegl again going for the leg kicks. Looking to be aggressive early. Shimizu trying to keep his distance. We've seen both fighters can be dangerous on the ground.
If Mark can keep this kind of distance and this kind of game plan, throwing leg kicks, kahit pa sundot-sundot lang, punches, jabs, he can win this fight. Kasi again, hindi mo may isasantabi na Shimizu is a seasoned fighter. Alam niya kung ano iniisip mo, alam niya yung susunod na gagawin mo.
We also bring back the point we made earlier about Shimizu's experience. He's actually fought in some of the biggest outfits in the world. Now looking to make a name for himself in the URCC. Oh, good connection with the right hand. Catches Striegl.
Grabe yung timing na yun. Alam niya papasok si Striegl.
Dig down deep, Mark. This is why
Striegl,
we're here.
though,
Dig down. Let's work.
still looking to be the aggressor. To the body.
Let's work.
That's the danger of
Give me that jab
letting
out
your
there quick.
hands
Give me that
down.
shoulder too. Chin down,
Tapos
chin down.
papasok ka ng ganyan.
Chin down, chin down. Leave that
Striegl
chin
trying to
down.
connect
Tuck
with
it.
the right hook,
Tuck it.
swinging, but missing. 3.5 remaining in round number 2.
Need something
And
else,
I
Mark.
guess
You gotta follow that up.
now Shimizu is feeling that kailangan niyang papasukin si Mark sa bait niya. Merong pakagat na ginagawa to sa Japanese fighter na ito.
Stay on the feet. Stay on the feet. There you go.
Striegl
Hands up. Hands
jabbing
up,
and then
hands up,
hooking
head.
with that lead right hand.
Okay, come back.
Shimizu just keeping at the safe distance.
And nakikita natin, no, Shimizu is leaning forward. Pinapakita niya, binibigay niya yung face niya kay Mark para pumasok si Mark. And then,
Oh, accidental low blow. Accidental, but Shimizu will get some time to recover. Again, that's a danger when you're going for the inside leg.
and timing rin kasi na pumasok si Shimizu. Tama lang yung distance na binigay ni Mark for inside leg kick. Pero timing kasi na pumasok rin si Shimizu. Kaya inabot yung groin cup niya. So Shimizu will be given 5 minutes to recover. And I hope he recovers kasi ang ganda nung pinapakita ng dalawa.
This also gives Striegl a chance to catch his breath. Here's a look from a different angle. More of a graze, actually.
Yes.
Like you mentioned, kasi pumasok siya eh.
Pumasok siya. And hindi yung shin mismo ni Striegl ang tumama. Yung dulo na nga lang ng niya,
Yeah.
parang pahabol na lang eh. Parang push na lang yun, hindi yung kick talaga. And I think the Japanese fighter is buying his time to rest also.
It's important, especially in a championship bout. If you get any opportunity to catch your breath, you do. You know, isa sa mga bagay na curious ako sa simula ng laban pa lang. Striegl doesn't usually get matched up with fighters of the same background, like grapplers, wrestlers. Usually, it's him being the grappler or wrestler going up against a striker.
So, ayun ang madalas na nangyayari. But now it's a different thing for Striegl. Kaya tingnan, kita natin, no, sa ground game kanina, muntik na talaga siya.
Oo.
But if not because of his high-level wrestling and good grappling skills, wala na yun. Hindi ka na makakalusot doon. Tapos na yung laban kanina pa.
1 minute remaining for Shimizu to try and recover. Of course, getting hit in the sensitive area is not fun at all. It's not a joke.
Mahirap yun kasi binabawasan nun yung hangin mo. Binabawasan nun yung hangin mo. Plus the pain. Alam natin yung sensitive part na yun eh. Sensitive talaga.
This can work both ways for Striegl. He can catch his breath or he can lose momentum. With any lull, that's what happens.
But knowing Mark, yung focus niya pagdating sa laban talagang alam niya eh. Alam niya pagka ganyang buying time, yung opponent niya pinapagpahinga lang. Alam niya na kung paano niya i-compose yung sarili niya na makabalik doon pa rin sa same groove and same drive nung laban.
And despite being the younger fighter than Shimizu, Striegl is an experienced fighter, an experienced champion in his own right. That also is the mental prep that fighters need.
Paubos na yung oras na binigay para kay Shimizu.
He's looking at his corner. And now I think time is up for Shimizu.
Pero kung titingnan natin ulit yung sa replay kanina, hindi solid yung pagkakatama.
Yeah.
Hindi solid yung pagkakatama ng tuhod. Tingnan natin ulit yung replay.
Hindi kasi part na lang ng tuhod pero hindi pa naman yun yung pinaka main impact. Although, yes, may tama.
May tama. Kasi nakita rin natin yung shin ni
That was the one
Mark.
that impacted.
Ayun yung unang impact sa babae. Nag-shin to shin sila. So napigilan na yung impact nun bago pa umabot sa groin niya. Well, masakit pa rin talaga yun. Tamaan ka ng malakas o hindi, masakit pa rin talaga yun.
That's why our staff here at the URCC Global, they make sure to stay on top of every situation. As Striegl tries to stay warm. As you take a look at his corner, Coach George Castro. A chance for him to catch up with Mark in terms of fight strategy.
George Castro is telling him to keep his composure, keep his focus on the fight.
Now they're checking on Shimizu if he wants to continue. He's checking. He's talking to his corner.
The referee's talking to his corner.
This will be big. I think more than the allowed time has elapsed now.
One time.
For Shimizu.
Try stand one time.
I don't know. I don't know what's Shimizu is thinking right
we
now.
know.
If he wants to continue or he wants to.
Yeah, he has to remember he's fighting for a championship.
I've seen a lot of fights with the same incident. That the fighters will really continue to fight.
Yeah, sometimes even worse.
Yes.
Stand, fight, slow, 3 minutes.
Well, if it did have that strong of an effect, maybe it could affect his performance when the fight continues.
And if it hurts, it will really hurt.
This one, he was performing extremely well in this fight too.
He almost won the fight via triangle choke.
He's trying to pull himself together and pull himself up.
Wow.
Okay, so we're getting a report that he's having difficulty feeling his legs.
Well,
That's what he was trying to articulate to the referee, I think.
it's one of the effect talaga pagka tinama ka ng solid doon sa groin. You won't be able to feel your legs, parang magiging numb siya ng konti. Pero as we have seen doon sa slow-mo kanina, kung makikita natin ulit yung slow-mo nung pagkakatama doon sa groin niya, hindi siya ganun ka-solid eh. Hindi siya ganun ka-solid. But we are not judging Shimizu here. But ang inaano lang natin is nakita natin na una siyang tumama, yung shin mismo ni Mark. Ayan, tingnan natin. Pagkasipa niya, tumama na dun sa baba eh.
Yung
Sa tuhod
shin,
niya eh.
oo,
Yung shin
yeah.
ni Mark, tumama na sa baba. Bago pa mismo tumama dun sa groin niya. So, siguro, hindi ganun ka-solid yung tumama na tuhod dun sa groin cup ni Shimizu. But again, we're not judging him. Shimizu is a seasoned fighter. He won't easily back down to any fight. And this is a championship fight. So, there's no reason for you to back out. Kung kaya pa niya lumaban talaga, so he should go for it.
I think their corners are talking, Coach George and the coach of Shimizu, Shunichi. They are discussing that right now at cage side.
Because they've already given Shimizu 5 minutes
Yeah.
to recover.
So one of the cornermen of Shimizu went over to Coach George Castro of Mark Striegl's corner.
And
Because
maybe,
obviously more than the allowed time has been given.
maybe they're asking some more time.
So now I think the judges are going to be giving their verdict in just a moment, because it doesn't seem like Shimizu is able to continue. Maybe the hit or was actually worse than it looked. Could be a no contest. As Mark Striegl, in case of a no contest, he retains his title.
He retains his title, and I think both camp will ask for a rematch.
Of course, not the result, not the finish that our champion would have wanted, and thus resulting in a no contest. But of course, here in the URCC, the first priority is the safety of the fighters.
Yes, the first priority is the safety of the fighters, and of course, kung ano pa yung mga pwede nating i-ano sa kanila para lang.
Okay, so the corner of Shimizu now is saying that he really is unable to stand. Of course, that effect, when you get hit in the sensitive area, the effect would be like that. And he's having cold sweat as well. So now the rules will be read in this case of a no contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, according to the rules of the Games and Amusements Board, when a contest is prematurely stopped due to an accidental injury and a sufficient number of rounds have not been completed to render a decision by the scorecards, it has been ruled as a no contest, which means our winner and still champion, Mark Mugen Striegl!
Mark Striegl, still the featherweight champion of the URCC Global. He's shaking his head. Of course, he wanted to give the fans a big show, but the bottom line is that our very own Mark Mugen Striegl retains his championship against Shimizu Shunichi from Japan and URCC President Alvin Aguilar inside a ring to present Mark Striegl's championship belt. Congratulations to Mark Mugen Striegl.
Mark, everybody saw what happened back there. Yeah, everybody saw what happened back there. And the result is a no contest fight. What can you say about this decision?
First off, thank you everyone for coming tonight. Really appreciate the support. For real, thank you for supporting Filipino MMA. Real talk, tough veteran. He caught me with an overhand shot. I recovered. Yes, I'm sorry I hit him in the groin, but he wanted out of the fight, man. I beat up his leg. He can barely walk right now. He wants out of this fight. That's the truth, man. He's looking for a way out. Sorry, that's the truth, man.
So if ever they will ask for a rematch, are you going for it?
Of course. We have business to settle, but will he show up to the rematch? He could even finish the second round, man.
Well, that's from Mark. And again, we still have our champion, the featherweight champion of URCC Global, Mark Mugen Striegl.
Thank you guys for coming tonight. For real, thank you for the support, guys. Thank you.
Mark
Striegl
Mugen
with some
Striegl,
fighting
ladies and gentlemen.
words. He wants to do it again. He wants a rematch with Shimizu Shunichi to finally settle business. And congratulations to our very own Mark Mugen Striegl as he retains the URCC Global Featherweight Championship. It will be an incredible evening of fights. Mark Striegl again apologetic that he wasn't able to finish his fight, but not sorry about his opponent. Just to recap what he said, he felt like his opponent was just looking for a way out, but of course we will get a chance to hear from the corner of Shunichi Shimizu. He is taking his time. As his corner mentioned, he was unable to stand for a while. And our very own Ron Catuna is inside the ring.
I'm here with Shimizu. That was a very controversial decision, and that was a controversial fight. The people are thinking that it was not really a hard hit on your groin. So, what's on your mind, Shimizu?
試合で僕とマークが戦ってマークの攻撃が僕を倒しに来る攻撃でした。なので彼は何も悪くありません。もらった僕が悪いです。
Shimizu says he's very sorry, but he didn't expect this would happen. But then again, he'll always be ready for URCC's next call, and he really appreciate all you guys who come out here to watch him fight. He hopes that you will give him another opportunity soon, because he hopes that everybody enjoys this performance and he'll come back stronger.
You want to say something to Mark? Anything you want to say to Mark?
Hey Mark, rematch, okay? Okay? ユース日本語できる。わかるやっぱり。しょうがない。大丈夫。はい。タイミング。Okay, next time.
Shimizu said that he hopes Mark will accept the rematch and we can do this in the next show. And we hope that this promotion grows bigger. Thanks, Mark.
Japanese. ありがとうございました。Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up
Well,
for
a sporting
Shimizu.
gesture from Shunichi Shimizu going up to Mark Striegl. Striegl, of course, upset. He wanted to put on a show here in URCC Global, Raw Fury, and we will have the main event of the evening. Chris Hoffman defending his middleweight championship against Musa Conte. That is coming up next on ESPN 5.